One of the hardest things I have to do in the morning when I travel is say goodbye to my little ones. But here we go, off to Sacramento. This is a day in the life of Lizette Escobedo, Vice President of Government Relations and Civic Engagement at AltaMed. We first arrived to the California Primary Care Association office because they host us every year for our Alza Tu Voz Day at the Capitol. Day at the Capitol actually starts with an advocacy boot camp, either the day before or the same day, where we equip folks with the training and resources, but also the swag, because what is a day at the Capitol without a good rally sign and some swag, and of course, leave behind folders. We welcome our doctors and our scholars into Sacramento and into the boot camp, where we then have a half day or a day-long training on what is advocacy, what is civic health, how do you affect change, and we're lucky that we have doctors at AltaMed who truly care about the patients in the communities they serve. And I'm not going to lie, the state capitol is a little bit intimidating. There's a lot of rooms. They have these fancy elevators that are hard to understand. But ultimately, it's important to know that this is a people's house. This is our house. In there are legislators and leaders that we elect into office that ultimately have the responsibility to the community to do the right thing. And also, it was very hot that day. We were over 100 degrees, but we were not discouraged. We were going to tell our stories, and we were determined. Our walk to the state capitol felt like it was never going to end because of the heat. But the group was excited. They had just received the training. They had just gotten their stories down. And huge shout out to the Latino Coalition for a Healthy California, who helped folks come up with the story of self as they went into these meetings with legislators. For many of our doctors and our scholars, this was the first time ever either being at the state capitol or speaking to their legislators. And it was a little bit nerve-wracking at the beginning. But after the 5th meeting, the 6th meeting, for many, the 10th meeting, they had their story down and they knew what the ask was. And we got a lot of steps in as well. I'm sure we all walked miles. I'm sure we all understood that it's really important to have great tennis shoes to do any day at the Capitol. And we end with a celebration where we celebrate our accomplishments and hopefully the change that is to come with our partners and our legislators.